Hi everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. So today is our something challenge and we are going to be doing something with napkins. So I wanted to make myself some different, I'm going to make some journal cards out of these smaller napkins with decoupage of course, and then I'm going to do a couple of larger napkins with and make probably envelopes. Okay, so I have these two. Thought those were fun and pretty. So let's get started. All you're going to need is a selection of paper. I am going to be using book page underneath, and I'm also going to be using the craft paper that I get. Okay, the cardstock, and I get this at Hobby Lobby, and I never buy it unless it's on sale. So it's originally $7.99. I usually get it, well, it was 50% off. Now their sales, well, the last time I went it was 40. Who knows now that they've new hands have taken over. We'll see. I haven't been to Hobby Lobby in a little while because of money and, you know, just trying to budget. And so yeah, I have no idea if things have changed drastically on prices or not, or if the sales are still decent. But I never buy this full price. So, but this is that cardstock I always use. I love it. It works great for me. It works good for the backs of my cards because it's the color it is. I don't have to worry about, you know, I distress the edges of it, but I don't have to worry about having my paper on both sides, all that good stuff. So I've got a couple of pieces here of, I can't remember what kind of dictionary this was. It's out of an old dictionary. It's vintage. I have no idea. I don't remember. A couple of music sheets. And then I have a page from my friend Pam who sent me a Happy Mail, which you guys will see on Thursday. Yay! I can't wait to show you. But this was from the pharmaceutical book magazine or book that she sent me, and I thought, well, that'd look cool underneath one of, you know, some of the napkins. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I've got my Mod Podge. I have a brush here. I'm gonna pause for a half a second. I'm gonna go get me some water. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So I am going to, let's see, how do I want to do this? I was actually contemplating, I've got one of these pieces here. It's just a partial piece, but I don't want to waste it. I was thinking, I was wondering how it would look just on the paper, you know. Oh, and I also brought along a piece. I don't have any acetate like Tina uses, but I thought, you know what, this might work. It's just it's not cereal bag actually. It's from a Wheat Thins cracker box, but it's the same consistency as, you know, it's the same thing as a cereal box or a cereal bag. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll use this. And I just cut it into a couple little pieces so that I could just kind of lightly go over this without, you know, killing it. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay down. And I'm using a huge, as you can see, a blush brush. I'm not going to mess this up. That I don't use for blush anymore. So I thought, oh, I'll use it for this. And I thought I'd make these little smaller squared ones possibly into journal cards. You know. Let's see. Yeah, that whole big square, and I still missed over here in this side where I need some. That's funny. Now I'm curious. Do you guys Mod Podge on both sides? I saw someone the other day, and I thought that you were supposed to Mod Podge on the top and the bottom. I'm gonna look at videos and see if I'm imagining things, but I saw a lady the other day and she only did the bottom. And I was like, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Am I doing it wrong? I mean, I'm not a professional Mod Podger. But yeah, I was like, okay, because I always do both. Yeah, so I don't know. Let me know what you do. Is there any hard, fast rule, or am I being paranoid for nothing? I'm not being paranoid, but am I asking for no reason? I was just curious what you guys do, because I'm like, okay, I've always done both sides. Yeah. Except for when I do, the only time I don't do both sides is if I'm doing like, we'll see how that turns out. I think it might look okay. The only time I don't do both sides is when I am doing a, like if I do a playing card and I use my glue stick, I usually won't need to do both sides. And that always works pretty good for me. So yeah, so anyway, I was just wondering, what do you guys think? What is your take on decoupage? And how do you do it? Because I know for sure when I watched her that she only did one side, because I watched her carefully and I was because I noticed it and I was like, huh, maybe there's no rule, but I'm gonna ask my girls, because who knows. I've got some real professional Mod Podge friends here. You guys know your stuff way better than me on a lot of accounts. So you guys, seriously, I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying that, it's true. This is, you know, like I told you before, this is all less than 2 years. I mean, I'm almost 2 years mark on my junk journaling. But yeah, as far as a lot of experience with, you know, decoupage, no. I mean, it's due to all of you guys that I even have napkins pretty much. I mean, I had a few, but yeah, that I have a selection of napkins is all because of you. Wait till you see what Pamela sent me on Thursday. Wait till you see the Happy Meal. This is one of hers. Actually, most of these are from her. There's one I'm doing that's not. But most of these are from her little collection, her very large collection that she sent me. I should not say little. It's huge. And I'm very, very grateful that she shared with me. Yeah. She was telling me that she has way too many. And I was like, well, from what you shared with me, if that comes from, yeah, she has a beautiful collection. So, super, super generous. Which, as you know, all of you have been super, super generous to me. I tell you guys all the time, Courtney's like, oh my gosh, honey, it's like Christmas here, you know, monthly. And I said, I know, they're so sweet and good to me and kind, wonderful women. I love you guys so much. If I haven't told you in a video lately, I love you so much, and I mean it with all my heart. As you know, if you've contacted me for anything, I'm right. I've been as quick to be there for you as I could be, because I do love you. I love this. Look at that. Isn't he adorable? Oh my gosh. He's a watercolor and it's just so pretty. Yeah, I had to play with these. So excited that Napkins was drawn, you know, was the one that came up. Oh, so much fun. I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to do. And this is, you know, these are the kind of things that I do tend to hold on to and hoard a little bit, is what I make with napkins and stuff. And so yeah, who knows when I'll use them, but they're going to be there ready for me when I need them, right? That's how I see it. And you know, I can see, going back to what I was talking about, that lady just doing the one side, I can see where it works. I mean, it works for me when I do the, the playing cards. It works good. I mean, they never come up and stuff. But with stuff, I've always just done both sides. I never even thought to not do the top. So, I mean, I only don't do it with those, I think, because it's, because I'm doing, what do you call it? The glue, and I'm not using the Mod Podge. If I were using the Mod Podge, I would probably still do the two sides. I'm wondering if I can fit two of these little guys on here. I'm sure I probably can. Let's see how this guy's drying up. I want to see. He's pretty wet. Let's take the heat tool to him real quick and see if we can dry him up. I want to see, because I was going to say I might do those nature ones on the brown if it looks good. I don't know though, I like having words. But you know what I could do? I could stamp some script behind these guys. You know what? I think I'll do that. Why not, right? I think I will. That's what I'm going to do. Let me grab a piece here. And I'm going to stamp for a second. Let me just put this, in fact, I'm going to sit it in the water. I don't want it to dry out. Now, I'm going to grab some black ink that's, of course, archival, so it's permanent, so that when I get it wet, it won't, you know, mess up. And then I'm going to go ahead. Oh, and look what I found the other day. It was hidden on my floor. These two stamps. I never use these. And totally, this one's like a bunch of receipts and stuff, and then this one's a globe. I bought these eons ago, and I forgot I even had them. I was like, oh my gosh. So which one do we want to use, you guys? I'll use this one. I think, yeah. This is the one I tore up and I cut into pieces. It's that big one that was on the, from Hobby Lobby, that was on the wood block, and I cut it up and kind of messed it up a little. I mean, not messed it up, but it would never print out right, and I didn't know the trick with the what you call it yet, that you guys gave me with the foam. So yeah, so I just cut it into pieces and then use it like that. I'm thinking I might switch and use another piece here. I don't know. I'm not liking how this looks as much. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm going too, like, dark. Of course, we're just looking for words behind these bees and dragonflies, right? So it really doesn't matter. Let's use my favorite little guy. My Tim Holtz. This is that one from his, like, botanical kit. And I don't know why, but I just love the way... Oops, I put it upside down. Shoot. I just love the way it looks. So I have, okay, this is like the fourth time that I have a person coming to my house today to do a, what do you call it? An estimate on the house, because the owners are trying, I guess they're trying to do a second mortgage or whatever on their properties, and I don't know, maybe I don't know if maybe the first bank turned them down because the house, you know, the way it is, but he was supposed to come one other time and he didn't show up. And then last week he was supposed to come, I don't even remember what day, but it was like he's coming in the afternoon, and then he just never showed up. I know I'm filling this up, but it's because I don't know where I'm going to put those napkins, so I'm just kind of covering my bases. But yeah, he was supposed to show up, and then he never did. And then I get a message, oh, he changed his plans, and so he's going to be there on Monday, which of course was yesterday, which was Memorial Day. Okay, because this is last week that I'm recording this. You know my drill, I record on the week before. So anyway, I'm up vacuuming and getting things ready, and I get a message from the owner. Oh, he's changed his plans again. He's not coming. He's gonna come tomorrow. So finally I texted and I said, look, I go, what does he work for, Cox? Because he was like, well, he's gonna come sometime between noon and 5. And I told my husband, I'm sorry, but maybe this is me being a snot. I don't know. I'm not trying to be. But I got to be honest. I was like, seriously, what if I had plans for the day? What if something, because there's no, can he come over, or are you going to be available to let him in? Are you going to be there? There's none of that. It's just, he's coming, you know, period. Oh, he's changed his mind. He's not coming. Oh, wait, he's coming, you know? And there's just, it's like being ordered to do something and you're going, okay, are you guys going to be that rude, really? And so, am I wrong? I mean, get your opinion out there. I'm going to be a Christian about it, and I was good about it, but I did kind of joke with him, and I told him, I go, what, does he work for Cox? That's a big window, you know? And I came back, though, and I said, can you please either have him give you a heads up when he's on his way over, or give him my number so that, you know, he can text me and let me know he's on his way, because I could be in the shower. I might need to go to the store. You know, there's a lot that could be going on for me, and that's a big window. That's like 5 hours. You know, I could be sitting down to dinner. I was like, seriously, Mike, let's think about this. And he texted me back late last night, I guess, after I went to bed, and said, okay, we're going to meet him there at 2 o'clock. He messaged me back and said he'd be there at 2. So he, you know, narrowed it down for us, I guess, because he was just like, I'll be there whenever, you know, I'll be there between 12 and 5. I mean, he's already blown them off twice, and then changed plans, and it's like, all right, really? This guy's not doing a very professional job. So, I don't know, but yeah, would you guys get frustrated by that? By being told, you know, this is the way it's going to be, and nobody even said boo and asked you anything, or just to be, you know, because Courtney was like, you know, it's okay. We don't mind that you're coming, but what hurts is that you guys don't even think to possibly say, do you have any plans? Are you going to be there? It's just, he's coming, be there, you know, and that was what really irked me. Anyway, so that's my business for today that I've got to do, and I have no idea what that accent was, but anyway, yeah, that's what's going on with us, so we'll see. So I saved these last two for, I'm hoping these turn out okay. You can see that script behind. I didn't do a very good job stamping that. Oh, these look so cute though. Look how pretty this one is. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Okay, so I saved these last pieces because I wanted to do the bigger napkins on them, because they are whole napkins where I didn't cut them down into pieces, because they were the pictures were such that I didn't need to, and I love that, because usually I always have to cut things down, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna, okay. Oh, get out of there. There's some glue right here. I don't want it to stick to that. I just love this print, this napkin that's going on here. Ooh, my Mod Podge just got some thick. Ugh. Ooh, we gotta get that out of there. Get out of there. Let's throw that away. Looky. That would be me leaving the lid off for too long. My fault. My fault. I have this upside down, don't I? Just realized. There we go. Hopefully I want to get as much of this napkin on here as possible. I'm going to be trimming the edges, but it's so pretty, and I'm hoping that I can get a nice envelope out of it. Or maybe 2 smaller ones, you know. I just fell in love with this print. Oh, Tara, be careful, honey. I get so excited I don't slow down. I don't slow down enough, and let's see, I'm still not getting it on the right. And every time I pull it, it's wrapping this paper up. Come on now, lay down. There we go. One more time. Let's try one more time. There. I think that should do it. Ugh, lots of wrinkles in that. I don't mind them, but at the same time I was trying to avoid them a little bit because I know I'm going to get more when I do the second coat. I will say that this crunchy cracker bag is not quite as smooth as the what's it called? Tina uses, what is it? It starts with an A. Anyway, you know what it's right on the tip of my tongue. You guys will all be telling me and I'll be like, I thought of it already. I know. Acetate, there we go. Anyway, it's not as smooth as acetate for anybody who wants to try it, but it is smoothing it out better than my fingertips would be. So yeah, so there you go. You know, take the good with the bad, I guess. It's not perfect, but it's better than my fingers. So if anybody's wondering or thinking about using it, I think it's worth it because it did help me to go over the whole thing and get rid of air bubbles without pulling it up and ripping it and stuff. Oh, except for right there. All right. Okay. I love the green in this and the yellow and the red, just the combination of it. You know, none of it is overwhelming. It's all so beautiful and just organic. It is. It just moves together, you know. It just, I don't use the organic word a lot. When I do, it kind of means for me that it's just really something that's flowing very naturally. And I don't overuse that word. I hear it from a lot of people and I'm like, well, I'm not going to use it just because it's a popular turn of phrase. Oh, I ripped it right there. Let's see. Can I fix it? It is possible. There we go. There. There. I fixed it. Okay. So we are going to let this sit over here and dry. I am running out of space, girls. Okay. There we go. And we got one more. I'm going to do that on this little bit smaller music sheet. And I think, I'm trying to think, do I want to do it up and down or sideways? Because it's a vertical, horizontal thing. You could do either way. I don't know if you were paying attention when I held up the napkin, but okay. Let's see, what is today? Today is Tuesday for you all. Technically, it's Tuesday for me, too, but it's Tuesday of last week. So we had a good Memorial Day. Cordy stayed home, and that's always a nice day. But we always joke because he's such he doesn't do good staying home. He needs to be working a lot. So we're gonna go this way, I think, because I'm gonna fold it probably that way for the envelope. I think this one will be in the envelope. But yeah, he always jokes with me. He's like, my honey hates it when I'm home because I drive her crazy. And he does a little bit. We joke about it. He's like, he's just, you know, he's either wanting to do stuff, like he gets bored and he can't, he's restless. He's restless. He's one of those people who's pretty much got to be doing something or he feels like he's unproductive and he's not, he can sit down and enjoy a show or a movie. But, you know, mostly he's just like, okay, I got to go outside and do this or do that. And then he'll come back in and go, okay, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm done. And then he'll eat lunch and he'll go, okay, I'm going to go read my Bible and pray. And then I might, you know, rest my eyes. And he ends up taking a nap because he gets like bored. And then he gets sleepy because if he's not working, he's either eating or he's sleepy. Are your guys like that at all? Do they drive you nuts? And then he'll come in when I'm cooking or when I'm in the kitchen or when I'm doing something, and he'll be like, I want to hug you. I love you. I just love you. I love you so much. And he wants to hug me and hug me and hug me. And I'm like, honey, I have food cooking on the stove and I need to stir it. Or, honey, I just put this glue down. Let me go ahead and fix this, and then I will turn around. You know, it's just funny. He's like, I drive you crazy, don't I? I go, no, but you can be a little bit irritating. So he's back at work today, which is probably best. He's already called me like 5 or 6 times, my honey. And he'll call me to tell me that he's at work, or he's on his way, and he'll call me twice while he's on his way. And then once he gets about ready to leave and start his day, he'll call me again. And it's always to tell me he loves me. And then he'll call me once he gets there, and he starts, like, he'll do a few jobs, and then he'll call me again to tell me he's going to eat his sandwich. And then he'll call me when he tells me how much he loves his sandwich. He is the sweetest, annoying boy in the whole wide world. Seriously, he is. He is a sweetheart. I am a very blessed woman. I am. And don't think I don't know it, because I know that there's a lot of women out there who... Well, I was one of them for years who didn't have that. I mean, me and Alex had a good at times, but didn't have that. Didn't have that. Courtney's something else. So yeah, they are out there, ladies. Good, sweet, wonderful men, and sometimes they come in the package of a homeless alcoholic. Believe it or not, you know, sometimes those wonderful men come in a package we did not expect. And for those of you who don't know my story, you're probably like, what's she talking about? Yes, my sweet husband was a homeless alcoholic when I met him, praise God. That's why he always tells me, thank you, honey, for saving my life. And thank you for letting the Lord use you. And thank you for taking a risk on a homeless bum. That's how he, you know, that's how he sees it. And he's very grateful to the Lord, and he's for his life, that he was given another chance at life. And he's very grateful to me that I was there and that I saved him from pretty certain death, to be honest with you. It was pretty bad. So the Lord is good, and he knows exactly who to bring into one another's story. He knew I needed Courtney, and he knew Courtney needed me. This one is not completely dry, but I'm cutting it because it's dry enough. It's just those bumps and ridges that are still not dry, but I think it looks pretty cute with the brown background. Okay, now these guys are probably drier because they're on thinner paper. Let's see. Yeah, see, this one's almost totally dry, and this is going to go onto a piece of that cardstock. I just wanted the book background to be there, and these are going to be probably large journal cards. I really like big journal cards. I like really tiny ones too, but I like to put these into I know I didn't save that paper, I know. I like to, but I know you heard me tear it and ball it up. Like this would be a journal card more than likely that would go into a front or back pocket of a journal, because they're always bigger because they're the size of the cover for me. And so I use larger journal cards in there. Or it might be one that goes the pocket's the full size of, or it could be one that goes to the inside on a side panel pocket that's deep, you know, and put back toward the edge of the page kind of thing. So yeah, I enjoy large cards, and mostly because I love for the person who gets the journal to have a lot of writing space. I think that's super, to me, that's super important. It's just a big deal to me. I always try to make sure I leave, even in my folios, like this last one I showed you guys, I didn't put a signature in there necessarily. I mean, I did do that tiny note, that little notebook, but I made sure that there was tons of places for the person to journal, you know, because it's just, I think that's important. Journaling is so important. It's important to our emotional and mental health. And I think it's important to the generations of those that come behind us, that we have tracked and written down, you know, things about our lives, and, you know, it's going to be of value to them. Yeah, so there's just lots of reasons to me why journaling is so important. I'm pulling my pages over closer because I had them strewn across this desk. Okay, now this has got still the white in it, but like I did with the other one, I'm still going to do the trim. Okay. I don't think it's too bad with that script in the back. The script was kind of done a little bit offbeat, but because, like I said, I wasn't sure where I was going to lay down the napkin, I wasn't really sure where I needed the script, but I think it looks okay. That part's a little messed up. I shouldn't have used that last one. I should have just did the two that I had done and left it, but oh well. You know, these are going to get decorated, so I'll probably end up putting something over that, or who knows, maybe a flower or something, because these are pretty cute without anything on them, actually. These dragonflies are beautiful. And you know, it's funny, I never work with dragonflies, but I love them whenever I see them. And I just never think to, you know, it's not something I'm naturally pulled towards. And then when I see them, I go, ooh, those are so nice. I'm more pulled toward people. Y'all know that. And some of you tell me, oh, I've never used people in anything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine not using people. Yeah, this one's still pretty wet, so we'll let that dry. But it looks pretty. But I can't even imagine not using people. I use them so much. So I always have. I think a lot of it is due to where I started out with this junk journal thing. I'm like hiccuping. Sorry, guys. And I started out with Tina, and she always uses, I'm just going to do this. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I just kind of thought, I don't know, maybe not. I love this ribbon. Nah, I'm scared I'm going to mess it up. I love this thing, this stamp right here. He's so cute, and he just looks so pretty on stuff, and I wanted to put him, but maybe I'll put him on here, up in this corner. Anyway, because I started out mostly with Tina, and she was always, oh, it's okay, but like I said, I don't think I should have done that. She was always doing stuff with people, and I think that's where that came from, because I just, you know, I kind of geared toward what I was being shown by my mentor, you know, because that's what she was like a mentor to me. I had never done junk journaling. Her and Pam, Gail, and Natasha were really the ones. Natasha really got me started on creating things, you know, with junk, and saving all my paper and all the stuff that she, you know, she did a couple years ago. If you go back to her videos and see, that was what I was watching. It was a lot of stuff about recycling, you know, and upcycling, and I was like, oh, this is so fun, and so yeah, so I started doing a lot of it. And then as I kind of started watching Tina, I went, oh, I love these digitals. So I kind of got over to the digital thing, and then I'd see Pam and Gail, Gail's like a big mix of both, and I think Pam is more geared towards upcycling, you know, and making use of stuff that's junk, you know. And so I just kind of flowed with those four a lot. Yeah. Okay, so there's that little guy. He's going to dry on there, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side with this one. And this will be the backer for these cards. Yeah, so this is my contribution to the Something Challenge. If you don't know about the Something Challenge and you're new to the channel, we do a weekly challenge that we call the Something Challenge, because it's always something with or like something green, something blue, something with scraps, something with napkins, like this week, something, you see where I'm going, something grungy, something. And it was because people had requested I do a challenge, and I didn't know what challenge to do. I mean, there was people who were doing, you know, check receipts. There was people, you know, like when you go out to eat, like a receipt thingy. There was people that were doing index cards. There was people that were doing playing cards. I'm like, okay, I don't know what challenge to do. And one night I was out with my dog, Tippy, and I was out there, and I was looking up, and I was like, oh, you know, I could do something. I could do a challenge and have something with like the stars, or something with, and then it hit me. The challenge could be the something challenge. And so that's where that came from. And so every week I just give a prompt, and then it was requested by one of you specifically, who, Miss Sonia, that I do my something video every week. So that's where these videos came from, to kind of just give you guys an idea. So the whole point of the something challenge, if you want to participate, it's on our Facebook group, which is Creatives Inspired Corner. You can come and become a member of that. We'd love to have you be a part of our family there as well as here. And all we do, I post on Monday morning really early, like in the middle of the night actually, because that's when I get up. I post what the challenge is going to be, and it's a prompt, you know, and you can use it in any way you want. Like I'm doing these journal cards and envelopes, but you could do napkins on jars. I mean, however you want to do them, it doesn't matter, just as long as it's a prompt. It's just prompting you to do something with napkins. Okay, so you whatever you want to do. If you know something to do with them other than decoupage, go for it. I mean, everything is welcome. That's the thing about our Facebook group too, is it's not just about junk journaling. That's predominantly all of our, that's why we all came together. But there are people that do poetry, and there's people who do some photography, and there's people who do sewing, and you know, so you see what I'm saying? So really my point was, with my viewers at the beginning of starting the Creatives Inspired Corner, was to say, what are you working on? I would love to see your artwork. Some paint avidly and beautifully and post their paintings, you know, and don't really do a lot with junk journaling, but that doesn't matter. It's all about the creative corner. It's all for the creatives. That's the whole point of our Facebook group. Okay, so yeah, come and be a part of the group and do our something challenge with us every week. Here recently I put out a request for you guys to give me some prompts, and you did. So those have been added to our little prompt box. And my husband draws, for the most part, he always draws it out. Once in a while I have had to draw it because we forgot or whatever, but for the most part he's our drawer, and we always do a drum roll. He always says drum roll please, and I go brrr, psh, and then he draws. Yes, we are that silly. That's Courtney and I. You either love us or shake your head and think we're ridiculous. We probably are ridiculous. We don't care. We have fun, and that's what matters. We love each other and we have a good time. Anyway, but yeah, so that's our spiel on that. That's my spiel on the something challenge, in case anybody's like, what is this something challenge? That is what it is. Nothing too complicated. Okay, there's that one. It's so pretty. I love that napkin. Oh my gosh. Oh, Pam, I love that napkin. Look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? Now this is the one I used that wasn't from Pam. I think this one was from my friend, my lovely Valerie, and I thought it would look really cute on some music paper, and it just reminded me of kind of like a Victorian wallpaper almost, the way it was striped. And so yeah, and because the stripes were all over, I was like, I could use that for an envelope. So that is what I did with this. I'm just going down, and you don't have to trim off as much of the page as I am, but I just like to make sure I've got it's all sealed where I'm at, and you know, the edges and stuff are all sealed down and evened out as much as possible. Okay. This one's still a little bit wet, but like I said before, it's dry enough to trim it. There we go. I love that paper. The yellowed music paper is so pretty. So let's see. Now that we have our little guys here, I am thinking you know what I was thinking of doing with these two? This particular napkin came to mind, was to do like a because it's a watercolor print. I was thinking to do a watercolor wash and then decoupage the napkin on top of that. I thought that would look really pretty. I didn't do it, but I'm thinking about it. Let me grab my little corners here. I want to do this one. Kind of round these out. I like to do this before I distress or anything, because then I don't have to redo anything. And I can, if you want these flat, you can lay these out and flatten them. Another trick, my friend who I inherited my, what do you call it? My Big Shot from, had mentioned that when you need to flatten out papers that are like this size, you know, that are smaller that you can fit in there, you can actually put those into your Big Shot and put them inside the folders, you know, that are between the thingies, and just put them under there just so they're just smashed, you know, and it'll actually flatten these out really nice. She was telling me that works really good, so that's something I'm probably going to try here real quick. Because you know how when you put the glue down and your paper starts to roll like these are. I usually just use books, big books, but yeah. Okay. And as these dry more and more, the card will feel thicker and stronger. Right now it feels kind of thin. Not thin, but it feels thinner than this cardstock actually is, because there's still kind of a wetness to it, but as it dries, it'll be better and better. So I don't have any videos going up on Wednesdays this month. Well, okay, here's what I was thinking. And I thought I'd put it out there. There's a video for this week, this week I'm in, which was last week. There's a video for Wednesday because it's my last video for the folio. But with the Memories of the Meadow collaboration. Now we're going to do another collaboration in July, so I'm not sure what day of the week I'll be doing that with you guys. I haven't picked a day yet. So far we haven't. I don't think Tanya's asked us which day we want yet, because we're still getting the papers together and, you know, planning it out and stuff. Sorry, I'm looking for my ink. Ah, here it is. So anyway, so I don't know if I'm going to be on Wednesday again, is my point. And I was thinking about taking Wednesdays off for the month of June, just because I wasn't used to doing 6 days a week. Remember, I had backed off to 4 days, and then I went back to 5 days because I missed the heck out of you guys. And then when I did the collaboration for May, I was doing 6 days. And I'm like, okay, I'm tired, you know, from doing 6 days a week. But I was thinking, I keep promising you guys live videos, you know. And I was wondering, I'm not sure if I can maintain it all the time, but I was thinking I might try to do a live set for next week's Wednesday, which would be tomorrow. So I'm letting you know today that I am going to do a live video. I'm committing myself to it. I'm going to do a live video next Wednesday, which is tomorrow for you guys. Gosh, what's the date? I don't even know. Oh, I should have looked that up before I said this. But anyway, tomorrow, and it'll be my time, let's say 8 a.m. Let's see, that would put everyone who's 2 or 3 hours ahead of me, it would put you, you know, at 10 to 11 in the morning. And then, like, if you're in the UK, that would put you at what? 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, I'm using my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably put you around 5 p.m. Or so. And then in South Africa, I know I have friends there. And I think that's 11 hours. So that would put you around 7 p.m. And then I'm not sure. I've got Hilda in Sweden. If you are watching, I'm not sure what time that would be for you. See, now I'm liking this paper with the decoupage on the cardstock, just the plain cardstock. Yeah. Now I did better on the script on this one. This one got kind of flubbed in spots, in a couple of spots, yeah. Which is a bummer because I love this bee. But anyway, back to the live video. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. So let me know in the comments how you feel. I'm going to post it on our Facebook group, and I'm probably going to write it in the community page too, and schedule. I'm going to go ahead and schedule it on YouTube. I have never done live. I am totally nervous. That's the reason I haven't done it, is because I'm like freaked out and scared about it. I know that's so silly. It is. I know. I can hear you guys saying, yes, Tara, that is silly. Just do it. I know. I know. So I'm going to do it. I've been saying it for what, a year? No, not quite a year, but it's been a while. So yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, guys. We're gonna hang out tomorrow at 8 a.m. my time, which is Arizona. Arizona is the only state. Well, I think it's, maybe there's 2 of us. I don't know. I don't know how many states, but we're the one state that says that we're not gonna switch our time during. I can't even think of what it's called. But you know how the U.S. does their day, what is it called? The daytime, the day thing. I can't think of what it's called. That's funny. It's because we don't do it here. Oh, how many times in a video can I not think of something? I mean, I'm constantly forgetting. It's because there's a little part of me that's still nervous, and I forget what I'm saying. Daylight savings time. Woohoo! I thought of it. But yeah, so I'm thinking that would be fun. I really want to hear from you guys while I'm crafting. I've wanted to be with you guys and hang out and just you guys talk to each other and me try to talk to, you know, okay, and I just have to give you a warning that I'm a horrible hostess because I always feel like I have to make everybody, you know, feel super, super welcome and happy and everything. So I don't enjoy the process too much for myself because, like, whenever I have a party or get together, I'm like running around. Do you have everything you need? Are you okay? You know, I'm like entertain you kind of thing. I'm just not a relaxed hostess. So if I'm like, okay, who's talking to me constantly the whole time, just know, you know, I don't want to miss anybody's comments, and you know what I mean? If I miss your comment, I'm so sorry. I didn't intend to miss your comment. I'm apologizing in advance. Anyway, we'll try this and see how I do. If it's too nerve-wracking for me, you'll know, because there'll never be a live video again. Oh, gosh. I'm silly, huh? Okay, well, it's fine. I can be silly. It's okay. I'm just with you guys, right? And anybody who's new out there, just know I'm real. I'm genuine. I'm not being this silly on purpose. I'm really being silly. I love this on the cardstock. I think it looks very nice. I might start decoupaging that more often. And now let's, you know what? I think it's not the black, Tara. Don't do the wrong one. I think I'll try this one. This is the darker espresso. See if mine even works. It's kind of oh yeah, there it is. It's coming in. I'm using it with the same vintage photo thing, so it's probably like not as distinct as it might be if it had its own dauber, but ink spreader. I just call it dauber. I love my little decoupage journal cards. They really, you know, to be honest, you guys, they don't really need much. I mean, once you've done the napkin on them, It's kind of like, they're so pretty. I mean, what do I have to do to this? You know what I'm saying? Other than, you know, distress it and maybe add some lace, or, you know, that's why I like to add like the little paper dolls, because having them abstractly stand in the middle of a huge flower just to me looks so cute. You know, I don't know if abstractly is the right way to say that, or if that's even a word, but anyway, that's what I'm going to stick to it. That's what I'm going to say, and I'm sticking to it. So yeah, they're just kind of, okay, random would be a better word. They're randomly standing in the middle of a huge flower. So I just think it looks cute. Oh, my favorite, the bee. The watercolor bee. Oh, so cute. I should do, oh, you know how I did the watercolor garden digital? I should do a watercolor bee. I'm going to have to see if I can find some images of that. That would be really cute. I would like that. I did like this butterfly. If you don't know, in my Etsy shop, there's a butterfly kit. And that was one of the kits that Miss Kim picked. She won. That was one of the kits that she chose, which is very cool. And I gave her as an extra, I gave her a couple of my collage pages, the real distinct ones I used the other day that was in that video for the envelopes. Yeah, I gave her one of those, so that was a lot of fun. So I'm not going to worry about distressing all the backs of these because I did a few of them, but I'm just going to wait. And right now I am going to check and see how our music paper, ooh, nice, it's very dry. So let's go ahead and, what time is it? Oh, goodness sakes to Murgatroyd, we're almost done here. Let me see. So we have, that's funny, I'm going to trim this piece right here off. All right. Okay, that's relatively straight. I know I could use the cutter and really straighten it, but you know me and I've got such amazing cutting skills. It was a joke. Okay, let's see here. All right. So we're gonna make this like that. And I'm gonna make this an envelope, and I don't know if I want to have this one as a double, like do two, or if I want to do just the one, because I really, this would be a pretty big envelope, huh guys, if I do it, you know. So we do need to trim these edges down. Okay, what do you think? I just really love this paper, this napkin so much. Oh my goodness, I can't explain how much I love it. It's so watercolory and so, I don't know, just smoky looking, and the green is such a pleasant green. I'm deciding if I want to cut it in the middle and make two. I could even do the double envelope like Tina does. I love that envelope. It's one of my favorites. I do think I'll do two of these. We're going to fold this just in case I want to put them together. I don't know if you've ever seen me do that video. Tina does it, and I loved it, fell in love with it, and so I make these double envelopes, and they're really cute and a lot of fun in your journals. All you do to do those, super quick, I'll just show you. You just take the one, you put one on top of the other like this, and then you glue the flaps, okay? So then you have a double envelope like that. And I love them. They're so cute. I'm gonna wait though on this and decide, because I'm just not sure what I want to do with it yet. And then on this one, because the music page is smaller, I think I'll make this a single envelope. And also I like that, let me see, yeah, I'm on the right side. I also like on this one that the inside of that paper, oh, I should have brought that up further, shoot. Now there's going to be a fold. Well, I didn't push it down too hard. The other side of that paper is white, so, or you know, like a cream color, so I don't have to worry about it being there we go, upside down, because that other one, I don't know if you noticed, but that other one was upside down. Now I was going to mention, because these edges are kind of curling a little bit, that what I did the other day was I make sure on my flap, so that this stops, I'll glue some lace or some sari silk, or you can even line this with some cardstock or some scrapbook paper, and it'll just strengthen that flap and flatten so it's more flat. Or you can cut it and make it a little bit of a V, like we could do that. Let's go ahead and do that on this one just for fun. I'm not going to take off a ton of it, just enough to kind of cause it to come in. And then I'm going to use this piece over here. If you don't know this trick, I'm sure most of you do. Wait, we need to even this side out before we do that. Don't go getting ahead of yourself, Miss Tara. You know how I do, you guys. I get excited and then I do something and go, dang it, I should have waited and done this first. I do that a lot when I'm by myself too. So that's not a nervous tick. That's just me. That's just me jumping the gun. So anyway, and thank you guys for putting me in a good mood. I gotta be honest, when I started the video, I didn't want to do a video because I really wasn't in that great of a mood, because I'm tired. I didn't sleep good. And as again, I always say this, and it's true, you guys always, just talking to you and knowing you're out there, always puts me in a good mood. I love you guys so much, and you know, you are my friends. You're not just my viewers and yada yada yada. You know, I'm thinking I folded that, but now that I'm looking, I don't know, this won't, nah, I'll have to put it up. I'm just gonna have to kind of, you know, do that. I was gonna say, I almost was gonna make like a little open envelope that had like a base of about 1 inch in there, but never mind. I'm not going to do that. So I'm just running the glue along the edges since I'm done with this one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the green one yet. That's the reason I didn't put any glue yet. Grab a dry wipe. Now this I can rub. I don't usually rub, and the reason is because when I'm using paper that I've printed on my printer, I think I've mentioned to you guys before, the matte, my ink will rub off if I'm not careful. So this I'm not worried about. But yeah, it'll like literally rub off some spots, so that's not a good thing. So usually when it's still kind of, I've just printed it or whatever, you'll see me kind of patting it a lot. That's why. Okay. All right. So there's my little envelope. I like that. Look at that. That's cute, right? The paper is cute. So we have that one, we have those two, and now we have our cards, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, so pretty, 5. These are all really turned out nice. So I'm looking at this little guy and this one, and I'm thinking they need some company. I'm gonna grab my little, I almost need to order some more of these. I use them so much, and I have my favorites, and I end up using them up, and then I'm like, okay, I need more. I never use this girl. Do you want to know why? I don't like the way they have her hands. She just looks like a like I have no idea what to do with my hands, so I'm just gonna stand here with them in front of me like this, and I never use her because of that. Is that silly? Don't tell me yes, because I'm just saying, I can't help myself. Now he looks cute on there, little guy. But I was thinking, I want to use these little boys soon on something. I like them, but they look more like little guys playing out in the woods or the farm or something like that to me. Now my cards are starting to get nice and sturdy feeling because they're drying really good. This little guy is cute too. Ah, he almost looks like Coley McCulkin on Home Alone when he was that age. Look at him. Can you see that? He favors him, right? Look at that. He's got that look in his face. He reminds me of him. So I do believe, I could actually, she's cute. I was going to say I could sit her on a flower. She could be sitting on a flower. I like to do that too, sit them on flower petals or leaves, you know, just like they're sitting there on the I think it's fun, okay? Maybe it's silly, but it's my silly. I can't help myself. And those guys are grumpy looking. I was going to look at these guys because of the dog. I really think that Ranger needs to put out, or Tim Holtz needs to put out a pack of these paper dolls with animals, like pets, you know, and for these people. Don't you think that'd be a good idea? I'm serious. I'm just like, why hasn't anybody ever done that? See, he could be leaning on the flower right there. I just think it would be a great idea. What time is it? Oh, I gotta stop here pretty soon, you guys. See, just oh, see how she looks so cute sitting on the sunflower. A pouty little face. She's like, can we go now? I want to go home. I really want to go home. Maybe I'll put these two here and I'll draw a little bit of, you know, where's my Woody? Gotta give him some ground to stand on. I'm actually thinking, where's my brown one? Let me pull it out. No, that's the gold. You know what? It's probably in here. I just don't see it because there it is. Found it. Okay. So I'm thinking that we're going to do like, it'll look like dirt because I'm using the brown. And I'll have one of them standing on one side and the other standing over here. Grab my little brush. All right. I just wanted to do a little of some kind of decorating on it, you know. Leave it totally plain. Now, I know that that water is going to react to my Mod Podge, so I'm going very, very lightly with that. I am aware that it can get it started up again, you know. Okay. And then our little ones are going to go on there. Where's my, there we go. And if you don't know, I'm sure most of you have been with me, but I like to age my, I know I sound like a broken record, but I like to age my paper dolls. I don't like the bright black and white look. I like the yellowed. Okay. So he is going to be on the side over here with these purple flowers. And little Missy is going to be on the other side. I think they kind of look like brother and sister. They look like they could be outside playing in the woods. And she's like, brother, can we please go home now? I'm tired. Yeah, that's how my brain works. I do make up stories. I don't share them with you guys all the time, but I do tend to make up stories as we're here doing these. Okay. Okay, there's those two little ones. And now, of course, oops, they're popping up because it's bent. Let me, okay. Now, of course, you know what I want to do. I want to put some encouraging word here. Something descriptive. Let's see. Oh, that one could go on here. Look, bee garden. Look at that. That's cute. All right. I forgot I even had that. Ah, this one's cute. Together. I'm just gonna go over the white. It's already kind of distressed. Okay. Nope, put your lid on, young lady. Just checking here. See if there's anything else that would look good alongside together. There's this one here that says remember, but I don't think the color's quite right. We're just gonna do together. Now, do we want to put it down here, or do we want to put it up here? I kind of think down here is best. Okay. And we'll do a little gold around the edges, of course, just to give us a little sparkle, little framework around here. Very lightly, doesn't need to be anything drastic. And there we have it, our little brother and sister out in a sunflower garden together. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and that you have fun with today's prompt, or this week's prompt. Make something beautiful. Come on, join us on Facebook and let us see what you created. We'd love to see. I've got a lot of wonderful, wonderful creatives on in Creatives Inspired Corner. There are so many wonderful people on there, and we love to encourage each other, and it's just taken on a beautiful family feel, and you know, seriously, just one of true encouragement to one another. And that's what we look for in a Facebook group, right? When we're amongst a bunch of strangers, but we have that commonality of art. And yeah, so join us. And if you like this video, please hit like. It would sure help me for my videos to go out to more people. And also, if you really liked the video and you didn't mind the sound of my voice and you enjoyed my company, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as part of our family. You guys have a wonderful week. Be blessed, be safe, and I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.